Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the In Demand Hairstylist podcast. As always, I am so excited that you are here. So excited that you're taking the time to listen in, tune in, and grow yourself as a hairstylist and salon owner. So, lately I've been hearing things about people not being as busy as they were, or walking through the holiday season, and really this being one of the slower holiday seasons that they've experienced in a while. And I think that that's totally normal. I think that we are in a recession. I think that we're in the midst of the holiday season. So at the time of recording, this is about 2 weeks or about a week out from Christmas. So it's just a really, really busy time. But something that always fascinates me and always has really is following what the customer or consumers or potential clients' desires are. And I think this is something really incredibly important to keep a pulse on when you're a stylist, because what you did a year ago to get new clients in the door is going to be different than what you need to do today to get new clients in the door. What you did when you first started doing hair to get new people in the door is going to be different than what you need to do as a seasoned stylist to get new people in the door. So what I'm saying is the needs and desires of your potential customers, of your current customers and your potential customers, is going to change and evolve. And there are lots of different factors that come into play here. A couple of them are what I just mentioned. What time of year is it? Is it summertime? Is it wintertime? Is it a holiday? Is it not a holiday? The other factor is just the economic situation that we're in. A couple years ago, people were spending money freely and it wasn't a big deal. Now we're in a recession and people are holding on to their money and they're not spending it as freely as they were even during 2020. A lot of the time people were getting checks, in the mail, and as soon as they could get out of their house, they were out spending it. Times are different now. And so the way that you communicate with your guests, potential guests and current ones, it gets to evolve as we navigate different times. And so the first thing I would say is that if you are noticing this, that's a good thing. It's time for you to sit down and really evaluate how you're communicating with your guests and how you are approaching them and how you are navigating marketing during this time. So specifically, to stay kind of on point, I want to talk about social media. I don't know, it just kind of hit me today. I'm like, I really feel like I need to talk about this social media thing. So I always like to preface this by saying that I am the opposite of a social media guru. I'm not a social media guru. I'm not somebody who's going to talk to you about algorithms and how to get higher on algorithms. Quite honestly, I don't give a shit about algorithms. I have a love-hate relationship with social media. A lot of the time it annoys me. And so I'm telling you this because take everything I say with a grain of salt. There are going to be people out there who do this for a living and they will tell you how to get more views and more likes and more algorithms. But what I want to teach you how to do is to get more paying clients in your chair. And to me, that's what really matters. And I think that that's where we need to be putting our focus instead of worrying about likes and algorithms and things like that. So the nature of what we're working with, though, is that we have this tool called social media that's incredibly valuable for us to use. But what I think about social media, I think that it's just part of the puzzle when it comes to building your business behind the chair. And it's necessary and it's valuable and it's important. And I wouldn't say that to not do it, but I would say change the way that you're maybe utilizing it and doing it. So, one of the biggest things I want you guys to realize when it comes to social media, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you're using to connect with your clients, is that first of all, every platform is different. You know, like I said, I'm not an expert, but what I do know is I know that when a consumer is considering spending money, there are some things that they want to know about you and want to see before they decide whether or not they want to spend their time, energy, money in coming to see you. Rewind. I kind of got off track there already, you guys. So what I want you to realize about these social media platforms is that they're a business. So Mark Zuckerberg or whoever owns all of these platforms, at the end of the day, they're running their business, and their business is to get people to stay on social media for as long as possible, to log in as many times as possible a day, and to spend as much time as possible on social media. So everything that they incorporate into their business, into their algorithms, into all of these things is gonna be to get people to stay on their app for a longer period of time and to visit it more times a day. They're running a business. So their business, they don't really care if you are using your social media in order to build your business. They care that you're using the app as long as possible because they're building their business. So this is really the biggest thing with this podcast episode. If you take nothing away, I want you to realize that social media apps and all of this algorithm BS, to me, like, this is why I can't stand social media, because it's such a time waster. So we are helping Mark Zuckerberg or whoever owns all of these like apps. We're helping them build their business by playing along with all of their algorithm bullshit. And it's a business. So like, you know, the putting music with certain things and videos and clapping and snapping and lip syncing and doing all these weird things, you guys, although it may be fun, at the end of the day, I promise you, that's not bringing you paying clients into your chair. And if you want, I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying that you can't do it or you shouldn't do it, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, if you're spending a lot of time on having a curated feed and keeping yourself up on the algorithm and getting more followers and likes, like at the end of the day, maybe that's why you're not busy behind the chair. Like, your current guests may like to engage with you that way, but at the end of the day, social media should be a way to connect with your clients when they're not in your chair, to attract new clients into your business, and to nurture the existing clients that you have, right? And a lot of the times we can get sucked into what it requires in order for us to be seen, to get likes, and to be effective on social media, because what works for Mark Zuckerberg's business isn't what works for our business to bring people in. So spending hours creating these weird dancing videos or like voiceover weird things, I'm just not, it's okay to do, but not before you're doing the things that actually are going to grow your bank account and grow your business, because those are the things that really matter. Feeding your kids, being able to create wealth for yourself, being able to have money to donate to your church is way more important than creating some video for entertainment. So all of that to say is that social media can be a big time waster. And I don't like to see people do that. In fact, I've taken a huge step back even in my own business. I went from having a brick and mortar salon to now creating an online business. And honestly, sometimes I can't even stand it because it's always changing, it's always evolving. And honestly, quite honestly, I just don't feel like playing the game. I don't feel like playing Mark Zuckerberg's game. With the algorithm. I just don't. And I'm not going to participate in it. So I get a little testy when it comes to social media because it's ever changing. And so I just don't think it's the most effective way to build your business. So how do we use social media? I'm going to get off my soapbox now. How do we use social media in a way that's actually going to bring clients? Well, first of all, you got to get eyes on your page. The best way to do that is to ask new people to tag you in things, invite people to your page. Back in the day, I know they used to have contests where you tag 3 people on this post kind of thing. I still think that's a really great idea to ask your current clients who know, like, and trust you to tag their friends on certain things so that more eyes are seeing your content and you don't have to necessarily rely on an algorithm to get people to view your content that you're putting out there. The second piece now that I'm going to talk about, and this is the most important piece, is how do I use social media then, and what should I be posting? And I'm going to share 4 things with you guys on what you should be posting. Again, take everything I say with a grain of salt because I'm 100% not a social media guru, but what I am is I am really good at knowing what consumers are looking for because that's what makes me tick. That's how I built my entire business, is by focusing on people and their desires and what they need. And I have an eye really for, like, when I'm out and about, what I absolutely love is seeing what businesses are busy, which ones aren't, why are they busy, why are these ones not busy. And there's always a story to be told for businesses that are thriving when other businesses are suffering. There's always a story to be told. And a lot of the times it's just the person behind the business, quite honestly, and who they are being. That's going to be one of your biggest marketing tools, is who are you being in the salon and behind the chair? Are you a magnetic person that people want to be around? That is by far the most important thing that you can really work on, is yourself. Yourself is going to be your biggest marketing tool, and you will be the tool to either take you to success or to keep you stagnant in complacency. Or if you're struggling, you might want to look at how you're showing up every day. But beyond that, when we talk about social media, personally, I'm going to tell you a story just personally right now, the frustration that I have. So I've talked about this actually before. There's a skincare specialist and a Medi Spa in Tampa, Florida, and I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I would 100% make the trip down to this Medi Spa because the service provider is so excellent in her craft that I just have not come across anybody that showcases their work in the way that she does. And her social media is really amazing. I'm going to tag her in this episode so you guys can see what I'm talking about. She does injections and facials and Botox and all the things, but she has a lot of pictures. And this is what I'm saying, so she shows her work a lot. Therefore, I know as a consumer, I'm like, wow, she's really good at what she does. Now, if her feed was filled with little videos to get her higher up on the algorithm, I wouldn't know whether or not I want to go in and see her or not, because I wouldn't know if her work is good. Yes, she's cute. Yes, she makes fun videos, but is her work good? And that's what I'm running into. So there's this provider. She's a business owner and a provider in Tampa. And she has lots of pictures of her work. She's constantly educating, right? But I'm like, God, there has to be somebody closer that has the same level of expertise and care and art, like artistry when it comes to the work that she does. There has to be somebody local. And so there's this girl that I've been following locally that somebody recommended to me, and I do think she's very good. The problem is I'm a consumer who needs to see quite a bit of evidence before I go and spend my money. And I'm a lot of consumers. I'm a lot of your potential clients, right? A lot of your potential clients are the same way. They're waiting back to see, is this girl, is this guy the stylist that I want to see? Is this the person that I want to go and spend a couple $100s with? Because money might be tight for them, and a couple $100s might be a lot to spend, and they really want to be sure that this is going to be a good investment of their money and their time. So this girl that I'm like, every now and then she'll post a picture of her work, but most of the time she's posting things like inspiring quotes about how she got to where she's at. Great. That's awesome. I'm happy and inspired by your story, but it doesn't tell me as a consumer if I want to come and drop $500 in your business. Like, it's frustrating. I want to see your work. I don't want to see a cute video that gets you higher up on the algorithm. Like, that does nothing for me as a customer and a consumer. So as a service provider, I get it. It's fun to do these videos. We want to get more engagement. We want to get more likes. But I'm trying to give you the perspective of a consumer. And I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about clients in general. If I feel this way, many people feel this way. And when I go on to certain hairstylist pages, I'm like, this shows nothing to your clients. Why would they come in and see you? Another thing that we had gotten away from, I think, because of the algorithm or because of whatever, is people stopped so much posting before and afters, and they started just posting end results and this beautiful end results of hair and shaking the hair, and it just looks so beautiful. And quite honestly, as a consumer, I don't care about the end result as much. Like, I want to see where the chick was before. I want to see her nappy roots. I want to see the broken ends. I want to see how frizzy it is. I want to see if I can relate to what that client had before, and if I can trust what you can do to my hair after. So when you only show beautiful after pictures, it's like there's a piece of the puzzle missing for your client or your potential client who's thinking about coming in and spending money with you. So even if they land on your page, are they getting valuable content that would make them decide to come in and see you? And again, it's super frustrating when I go to your page. You know, I actually will go out of my way to go to this girl's page and check if she's posted any new pictures of like her actual work and like before and afters, or like botched things that she's fixed, or what, like those are the things that I want to see. Like, are you good? Are you somebody that I can trust? Are you a provider that I can trust? Yeah, like that's, and I'm not getting that, like, because there's these inspiring videos of how you got to where you're at, and you know, a video of a snappy clappy like voiceover thing, or I don't know. These videos are ridiculous, guys. Like, your customers, your current and your potential customers literally don't give a shit about that stuff. And what they care about is, are you good at what you do? Are you knowledgeable? Can you help them? Are you good at what you do? Are you knowledgeable? Can you help them? So social media can be an awesome ego booster. And that's why we love it. We love it because it boosts our ego when we get these likes and we get more followers and stuff. I don't care. At the end of the day, like, Do you have clients in your chair also? Do you have clients in your chair also? Do you have money in your bank account? An abundance of money in your bank account? Do you have a waiting list of people trying to get in with you? If any of the answers are no to that, you need to start utilizing your social media in a different way. And so I already alluded to one of the things that I think is really, really important for stylists to be posting on their page, and that's before and afters. I think that I don't care how pretty or curated it looks or doesn't look on your page. At the end of the day, your clients want to see what you can do. They want to see a before and an after. They want to see the starting point and the end result. They don't want to just see one or the other. It doesn't really make sense, like, to just show an after. I want to see what it looked like before. And again, your client needs to see what it looks like before, because they want to see if they can relate to that. Oh my God, her hair was like frizzy, just like mine. And then this girl made it look like this. Like, oh my God, I gotta see her. Or, oh my God, she had a really long hair and made the chop. Like, she has long hair just like I have long hair, and she chopped all her hair off and it looks amazing. Like, I trust that stylist because I know they can make that transformation happen and make it look good. So I think that before and afters are really, really important to be posting. The second thing is educate your client, educational posts, 100%. Why? Because your clients want to know that you're knowledgeable. Would you ever go to a doctor who you thought wasn't knowledgeable in whatever they were a doctor in? Like, you wouldn't go to a heart doctor that, just started working in the heart on hearts, but previously he was a dentist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you would want to go to the best heart doctor. So people want to know that you're knowledgeable about what you do, that you're knowledgeable about the kind of hair that you work on. So what would I be posting? I would be posting in between. So I would, like, before and afters, like, then maybe I would have like a post with, a question mark, like frizzy hair, question mark. And then like a little carousel that says, like, do these 3 things. Or, is your hair turning brassy, after a few washes afterwards? Here are some of the reasons it could be. Like well water, hard water, like it could be this, it could, like it could be this, it could be this. Like, so educating your client. Is your hair breaking off on the ends? Here are some of the reasons that could be happening. Or here are some of the things you can, at-home remedies that you can do. So educational posts, like, the more that they're like, oh, cool, she just helped me. You're helping your clients before they ever sit in your chair. So again, do you see how this is different than doing something that Mark Zuckerberg or whoever is telling you to do to get more likes and more algorithm, get higher up, get shown more? Like, that's cute and that's nice. But at the end of the day, your consumer and your potential guest wants something else. I promise you. They don't want to see you doing these things. So before and afters, educational post number 3 is info, how to book. So, like, are you talking about on a pretty regular basis? Like, have you ever been to our salon? Here's the process for booking. And then do like a carousel slide. Like, here's what you can expect when you come to the salon. That's another thing. Like, here's what you can expect when you come to the salon. So if you were going to be doing a video on something, it should be that. Like, maybe like a walkthrough of the salon, like walk up to your front door, open the door, walk through the salon, give people like a tour of what you can expect when you come to the salon, or do like a step-by-step process. Like, 1, book your appointment. 2, get a reminder call. 3, come in and enjoy a cup of coffee. Step 4, get your hair shampooed at our luxurious blah, blah, blah. Like, go through the process of what it's like to be in your salon and how do they go ahead and book. Like, booking is easy. You could do it online. if you don't know what to book for, just send me a DM. Like prompting them to take an action to come see you, facilitating that process, because as easy as you think it is, some of your clients like may be nervous to book an appointment. Maybe they've never been to a salon or been to a salon as nice as the one that you work at. So, or maybe they've had a bad experience. There are so many people that have had terrible experiences, unfortunately, at other salons where they didn't feel taken care of. So how can you utilize your social media to already soften the process of them coming into your salon? So info for how to book, what the salon appointment could look like. And then the last thing that I would say that you should totally be posting about are promotions. And I'm not talking about like, I'm not busy today, 20% off, anybody who wants to take my spot, like, or here's my openings, guys, book them before they're gone. Like, yes, you can post that stuff, but what are you actually doing for your clients? Like, what are some promotions that would actually bring somebody in? Like, quite honestly, like, hey guys, opening today, 20% off, like last minute cancellation, anyone. That's like, it's fine, it's okay, but I guess you just see a dime a dozen now. Like everybody's posting that. So it's fine. There might be someone who takes it, but again, how are you adding value? Like, what does, like, yes, your client gets a hair appointment, but like I said, everyone's posting it. It's so tough because I get why people post it and they're trying to get it out there. But this is what I'm talking about. At the very beginning, I said you have to be willing to pivot and evolve the way that you communicate with your guests, because they're going to need something different. When they get inundated with the same content from every stylist and every salon, it becomes like, meh, like, you know what it's like. Like, when there's something new that comes out and somebody shifts the way that they're doing it, it's like new. But then once they see it a million times, they're going to scroll right on by, guys. Like, they really are, unless you have that one client who's literally waiting for an appointment to pop up. But what I mean when I say promotions is, and again, like, I just am always on my, like, always, it's my radar is always on with businesses. And I'll give you an example of one recently that I saw in a boutique. Actually, there's a very busy boutique near where I live, and it's adorable. They have the cutest stuff there. And I love some of the things that they do with their marketing. So one thing that they did recently, and this is like the 2 weeks before Christmas, is they had in their business a time slot, and it was like, if you come in between 9 and 10, all of this section is 50% off. If you come between 10 and 11, 40% off, 11 and 12, 30% off, 12 and 1, 20% off, and 1 and 2 is 10% off. So the reason I'm assuming that they did that is probably because their slowest hours are in the morning. They're trying to get people to come in the morning, so they offer 50% off between 9 and 10, 40% off between 10 and 11. And you know what I mean? I was like, dang, that is genius, right? In a boutique atmosphere, obviously not in a hair salon. I would never offer 50% off, but I'm just saying that's their thought process. That's them thinking differently. I've never seen that before. And I was like, wow, that's cool. That's actually something that would get me off my butt and into that boutique to go in and see what they have going on. And guess what? While I'm there, I'm definitely buying something. So I just thought that was a really genius marketing, a way to market and get people in at a certain time. So another promotion that you could do is come in and receive a half price service come in and receive your service and get a second service half price, and have a list of like maybe some of the extras, the add-ons that you do. Maybe it's a conditioning treatment, eyebrow wax, lip wax, brow tint, like whatever it is. It could be like an add-on service that you offer at half price when they come in for their full price or their regular full service. It could be an event that you're having in the salon, like mark your calendars for this day. We're having our sip and shop event. So make sure like promotions, but put your promotions, because I think they're always looking for things that are going on. That's something I think that has changed with consumers is they want to support small businesses, I think. And they're looking for an experience, though, that comes along with it. So whether it's something that you are doing, you're on your own, like, hey, come in for a full highlight and receive a second service at half price from our add-on menu or our upgrade menu or whatever you want to call it. It could be a new client day. So maybe you have new client Tuesdays where you have, basically a specialized service just for new clients. And so that might be a really great time where if I had been following you for a little bit and kind of was looking at your work and thinking you might be a stylist I want to come see, and I knew that you had like new client Tuesdays and I could book an appointment, like I would book an appointment for that Tuesday if I knew that was like an event or a promotion or something that you had going on. So think outside of the box, challenge yourself to think outside of the box and think about what your clients need, what they want, what they desire, and I told you the 3 things. Like really all they want to know is, are you good? Are you knowledgeable? And can you help them? Like those are the 3 things. So anything that you put out there, anything that you post, anything that you any promotion that you create should be really thinking about, is this going to show people that I am good at what I do? Is this going to show them that I'm knowledgeable about what I do? Is this going to help them? Is it going to show that I care about them? And so these are the things that you sort of think about whenever you are doing your social media, and for that matter, anything else that you do in the salon, like marketing wise. So I'm really sorry that this podcast episode is feels like it's bashing social media, and it's not. It's really not. Like, I think social media is an essential tool to use. It's crazy if we're not using it. But as somebody who's building a business online, it's challenging, you guys, and I get how annoying it can be and frustrating, and how sometimes you can feel really good about what you're doing on social media and then you get really frustrated with it, and just like the back and forth with it all. But at the end of the day, I don't care so much about social media. What I really care about is hairstylists being successful, and salon owners being successful, and for clients being happy. Like, I love the myriad of all of that together. And I think when we put people first, and when we really connect authentically to ourselves and fuse those things together, that's when we become really, really powerful and very successful in what we're doing. So just put your clients first, you guys. Like, get out of this, when you find yourself getting sucked into social media land where you have to, it's like a damn circus and you have to perform to have a social media, like, step aside for a minute. And again, I'm not knocking it, because it is fun. And I do think that there's sprinkling that throughout your content is fun, because it shows your personality. I think that's an important piece of it too. So there definitely is. I'm not saying don't do it. What I'm saying is pepper it in instead of it being the majority of your content. Because even like I said, even inspiring things that you're posting can be frustrating for your client, because they don't need an inspiring quote. They need to see if you're going to help them with their hair, so use social media like that first, Then go through and do the fun personality things that you want to add and sprinkle in there, because that is an important piece of it as well. I don't want to discount the fact that that's not important. It is. But that may just help you guys too to learn how to utilize social media as a tool to really build your business and build your bank account instead of robbing so much of your time. So I love you guys. I hope you have an incredible holiday season, and I will be seeing you guys and having a lot more episodes to come in 2024. I'm very, very excited. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time.